What are imprecatory psalms in the Bible? Have you ever wondered what it means when someone prays for judgment against their enemies? In the Bible, there is a unique group of prayers known as imprecatory psalms. These psalms are found in the book of Psalms in the Old Testament and are quite distinct in their purpose and tone. They contain heartfelt calls for God's judgment, curses, or calamity upon those who oppose the psalmist or God himself. The term imprecate refers to invoking evil or disaster against someone. This might sound harsh, but these psalms express intense emotional appeals for divine justice. They arise from situations of injustice, oppression, or wickedness. Imprecatory psalms are part of a broader category called Psalms of Lament. In these psalms, the writer often shares feelings of grief, distress, or complaint to God. What sets imprecatory psalms apart is their direct plea for God to act against adversaries. They often use strong and vivid language to convey their emotions. For example, Psalm 69:24 states, "Pour out your indignation on them, and let your burning anger overtake them." This verse clearly shows the psalmist's desire for God's righteous wrath against enemies. These psalms serve several important purposes. They give voice to the raw feelings of those who suffer injustice. They provide a biblical model for expressing these feelings honestly to God instead of suppressing them. Additionally, they affirm God's role as the ultimate judge who will bring justice in his timing. This encourages believers to leave vengeance in God's hands rather than taking it upon themselves. From a theological standpoint, imprecatory psalms reflected the tension between experiencing evil and trusting in God's sovereign justice. The psalmists often speak not just for themselves but also on behalf of their community, expressing a longing for God to defend the vulnerable and punish wrongdoing. Understanding imprecatory psalms can help believers recognize that the Bible includes honest prayers of lament and calls for justice. These psalms reminded us that it is acceptable to bring our frustrations and desires for justice to God while trusting Him to act rightly. They highlight the importance of leaving judgment to God and maintaining faith in His righteousness. In summary, imprecatory psalms are a distinct part of the Psalter that reveal the complexity of human emotions when faced with evil. They encourage believers to seek God's justice rather than personal revenge. By engaging with these psalms, we can deepen our understanding of lament and trust in God's care during difficult times.